the WCW Clash of the Champions. Joining me as always here in the broadcast booth, my broadcast colleague, Jesse Lamani. We're live in your neck of the woods, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Well, you know, everybody knows that I am the former governor of this state. So, yeah, I know a little bit about Minnesota.
All right, well, we also know a little bit about the action taking place tonight. We've got a lot of gold on the line. It is Clash of the Champions. It's going to live up to the name.
Yeah, well, we're going to see the tag team titles on the line when we see the New World Order, the NWO. I can't get the words out. Defending those tag team titles against Sting and a partner he just recently drew up.
Well, indeed, Sting had to find a partner after earning the title opportunity. He wasted no time in creating the insiders to go up against the outsiders and join forces with the one and only giant here in WCW. As now we take a look at Goldberg making his entrance here into the arena.
Well, Goldberg's been a one-man wrecking crew for a very, very long time, and we're going to see if he can maintain that momentum against a challenge the likes of Big Sid Vicious.
Well, one thing we know is that Goldberg is capable of beating anyone on any given day. But then again, you could say the exact same thing about Sid Vicious. Strikes fear into most of his opponents long before the opening bell. That's not going to happen in this one.
Well, that's one thing about this match that I can tell you for certain. Both of these guys know everything they need to know about one another, and neither one of them's going to take a backward step. You're not going to see fear in the face. Neither from Sid Vicious nor from Bill Goldberg. These are two forces of nature that are about to collide, and keep this in mind. This is just our opening match of the night.
Well, indeed, this is a main event anywhere in the world today. And it is just the kickoff to the Clash of the Champions. You know, we spoke earlier about your history here in the great state of Minnesota, and it's long before your run as governor of the state.
Well, everybody knows that I ran roughshod over the AWA, and we were based out of Minnesota. So again, the body is right now in his comfort zone. I'm in my own living room, so to speak.
Look at the face, look at the eyes of Sid Vicious. You don't see any fear, to your point earlier, as he goes in over the top rope.
You know why he does that? Because he can.
It is going to be very interesting to see how this one turns out. Do you have a prediction for this one?
I'm not predicting this one, no way.
You don't have a prediction?
I'm telling you right now, this really is a 50-50 coin toss, and Vegas doesn't take those odds.
All right, they actually lock up in the middle of the ring. Vicious goes behind. He's got that waist lock right now on Bill Goldberg.
And you'll notice Goldberg trying to break the hands apart of Sid. He has a lot of trouble doing it.
Sid with a nice snap there, taking Goldberg over. Now goes to that rear chin lock. Goldberg coming up with a top wrist lock, and who'd have thought we were going to see a wrestling match?
Well, it may be starting out as one, but I can guarantee you these two guys are going to resort to some brute force.
Nice back heel trip by Sid Vicious, taking Goldberg down. This crowd, I think, is absolutely stunned at the way the match began here tonight. Nobody, myself included, would have expected that.
Now, this is a little bit more of what I was anticipating. Clubbing forearms now.
Sid Vicious
putting now the big boot to Goldberg, and Goldberg's really been on the receiving end of most of this.
Overhead press and slams him down. Goldberg is being pummeled.
I've got to tell you, I'm amazed right here. Bill Goldberg hasn't mounted any offense in this match.
Big choke slam, down he goes. And now hooks the leg. Referee in position, two, and he almost finished the match.
How big of an upset would that have been? Not the win, but the way he would have obtained it. Bill Goldberg hasn't landed a shot on Sid. Oh, he's going to go for the power bomb. It's over.
He nailed him with it. Hooking the leg. This could be over. 1, 2. Oh, Goldberg.
Wow, this crowd right now is absolutely stunned, as am I.
Goldberg finally coming up with a back body drop and now puts a boot to the midsection of Sid. He's got to follow this up with a barrage of offense or it's over. Big power slam. And now Goldberg hammering down on the head of Vicious.
Well, finally some life being shown by Goldberg, but you wonder if it's too little too late based on the amount of punishment he took early on.
Oh, Goldberg just spine bust him. Power for power, hold for hold, and now the tide is turned, and it is Goldberg. Now he set it up in that corner. If he hits it, it could be over.
Oh, he caught him with that spear, and we know what he normally follows it up with. He's going right for the pin.
He gets two. Oh, did he get him?
No, the referee says only two, and Goldberg wasn't so sure either.
Gonna go for the jackhammer. It'll be over if he hits it.
There it is, jackhammer. That should be all she wrote.
1, 2. Oh, Vicious getting a shoulder off the mat.
Unbelievable. Just the way that... Oh, look at that. Look what he just did to him right there.
Strung him out over the top rope. Fans, we have seen it all. It looked like it was going to be Sid Vicious walking through Goldberg. Vicious now catching Goldberg from the top rope with that clothesline. He's going for that choke slam.
Oh, he's got him up and down, Goldberg. Vicious hooks the leg. This could be all she wrote.
Goldberg out the back, and Vicious can't believe it.
Sid Vicious has to be asking himself that question. What do I got to do to keep this guy down?
Goldberg unable to get back to his feet. He's only on one knee. Crossface. He's going to try and draw submission out of Goldberg, but it's not happening.
I'll tell you right now, I've seen a lot of battles in my life. I've never seen a back and forth like this one before, though. Both men wiped one another out. Both men have hit with the most powerful finishers in the business, and both men are still here.
Nelson slammed that time by Sid Vicious. And now he attacks the leg of Goldberg. Sid Vicious going for that choke slam. Another one. That's the third or fourth time in this match he has hit him when he hooks the leg. It's one, gets two. Goldberg again managing.
I don't know where he's getting this from, because I'll tell you right now, I've never, and I mean this, I have never seen anyone absorb the amount of damage, really, that both of these guys have, and just keep kicking out.
To the midsection, he's going to go for the power bomb. There it is.
It's got to be over. There's no way.
And it is over.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. It was the way the match began that decided this one. Sid Vicious handed out so much punishment, so much damage early on, that there was absolutely no way that you could have ever managed to get a comeback from Goldberg. And give credit where credit is due. Comeback he did. We look right there. It is. That spear gave all the opportunity in the world. The jackhammer almost got him to win. But again, he took so much punishment early on that last powerbomb was the deciding factor.
Psycho Sid victorious over Goldberg. Goldberg is a man who had an undefeated streak all the way to the world title. Now he's going to have to look at rebuilding. Fans, this next one is going to have all sorts of potential. These two men no strangers to one another. Brian Pillman has had odds with Kevin Sullivan for some time. Whether it be through backstage politics or in-ring ethics, it doesn't really matter. These two men legitimately don't like one another, and tonight they're going to have to get in that ring. Something's going to give.
Well, you know, Brian Pillman, they call him the loose cannon, and that's for a reason. He's a little bit hard to control. Kevin Sullivan sometimes backstage has to be in a position of control. And to your point, these two guys are not exactly friends. You're not going to see them hanging out at the bar together.
Not even close, and here comes the taskmaster himself, Kevin Sullivan. There is history, and feuds will be settled here tonight. Will this be one of them? We're going to find out right now.
Well, I don't know if you're going to settle a feud like this in one night. But I think both men are going to get some of their angst out of their system tonight, and they're going to take it out on one another. I don't expect to see this one opening up with chin locks and wrist locks.
Wait a minute, what's going on here? We've got one of the nasty boys out here. What's he doing?
Well, apparently he's here to back up Brian Pillman, but I'm not sure why.
Well, Kevin Sullivan apparently a little distracted by that. Will that distraction be enough to keep him from gaining a victory here in the match? That is what we are going to have to find out. Russian leg sweep, nicely done. And now Brian Pillman putting him up to the midsection. Back elbow by Kevin Sullivan, and now what just happened there? Sullivan tried, but it didn't happen. And Brian Pillman instead, roundhouse back kick to the face, and Sullivan goes down.
Well, Kevin Sullivan's cut from the cloth of the old school style of wrestling. He'll come out here, he'll just fight with you. He's Boston tough. He will absolutely get down and dirty, whereas Brian Pillman, he'll break every rule in the book given the opportunity. But he's got that athleticism to him, that flying ability, and he uses that to his advantage.
All right, here's the Irish whip reversal. Oh, look at this. Distracted, and from behind, Brian Pillman.
Well, now we know exactly what he was doing out there, getting the attention of Kevin Sullivan. Distracted him and allowed Brian Pillman a big opportunity here. And Knobs has left the ringside area, but that might not matter because we just saw Pillman nail him.
Oh, Sullivan gets his shoulder off the mat. Brian Pillman now taunting the fans here at ringside, trying to get some support.
I don't think he wants support at all. I don't really think he cares one way or another.
Sullivan working on the temples.
Kevin Sullivan's maniacal. He's just absolutely... Look at this. Exactly what I'm talking about.
Sullivan just removed the turnbuckle cover, exposing that steel ring. Pillman is down, and now Sullivan wants him back on his feet. He's got it.
Well, I've got to say, I'm a little bit surprised that he decided to throw him into the turnbuckle that has the pad on it. What was the point in removing it if you're not going to use it?
Oh, he's got him tied up in a tree of woe. Kevin Sullivan drops down.
Well, that's a low blow right there, but again, this is what I was talking about. Kevin Sullivan, he's going to street fight you. He'll brawl with you. He will beat you up. This is not going to be a wrestling match.
Brian Pillman still trying to shake off, I think, the effects of that headbutt. There's a springboard. Nobody home.
Well, Pillman went for the high-risk maneuver, and with high risk comes, in some cases, high pain. And now Sullivan from the top rope.
Oh, he connects with that body splash. Sullivan go back up again.
Not something we're very used to seeing out of Kevin Sullivan. Going up to the high-risk district.
Well, he decides to play it safe, I guess, and he dropped. Well, he's going back up again.
I think maybe he just didn't like where Pillman was positioned.
Elbow drop, and it finds the mark.
Well, that's the thing about the high risk. When you take the high risk, you might get the high reward.
Headbutt by Sullivan now, paying Brian Pillman back. Sullivan with a clothesline. Pillman is down.
Well, Kevin Sullivan has really been putting the offense on. For the last several moments, it's really been all Kevin Sullivan, and Pillman is just getting battered from corner to corner and post to post.
Well, Pillman finally able to kick out. The loose cannon's going to have to figure a way to get some offense going. Nice slam right there on Kevin Sullivan. Will that be enough for him to mount an offense? We'll see.
Again, sends him into the turnbuckle, but chooses the one that's protected with the padding. I just don't know why these guys aren't going to use a weapon that's available.
Spinning DDT out of the corner. Now Pillman brought Sullivan up, and Sullivan with that shoulder tackle takes advantage.
When you saw Kevin Sullivan clutching the side of his head, he's still feeling the effects of the damage that's been done in this one.
Russian leg sweep nicely executed now. The loose cannon going to the top rope.
He's watched Sullivan up on his feet. He has something in mind. What is it?
Cross body press. He hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Well, the loose cannon calls on some of the old Flying Brian to get it done.
We saw Air Pillman right there, and I thought that was all over. That was shortly after the intervention of the Nasty Boy.
Here we saw that corkscrew neck breaker. Putting him into the midsection. Right after that crossbody block, and it was all over.
Well, Brian Pillman victorious here as a part of the Clash of the Champions. Has he settled his feud with Kevin Sullivan once and for all? I'm not convinced he has.
Fans, plenty more action still to come here on Clash of the Champions. Stay with us. triple threat, no holds barred match coming your way, ladies and gentlemen. We take a look right now at the first entrant, Buff Bagwell, Marcus Alexander. Buff Bagwell coming into the ring.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I like this guy a lot, man. First off, he's put together like I am. He's got that arrogance, that cockiness that comes from the confidence of knowing you're the best. And he has that about him. And we're about to see it right there. Buff is definitely the star.
Well, he's going to have his hands full of this one because it's a triple threat match. There are no friends, only opponents. As we get ready to see the first. There he is, the Canadian crippler, Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit never going to be the biggest guy in any match. But I'll tell you right now, he's put together one of the most technically sound performers you will find anywhere in the world.
He's got a variety of moves that he can pull out at any moment in time, but of course, that cross-face crippler is one of the most devastating submission holds there is in wrestling today.
Well, I couldn't do anything more than agree with that because the way that bends a person up is absolutely torturous.
All right, here is their opponent. Used to wrestle under a mask, Mr. JL, Jerry Lynn. Jerry Lynn, no stranger to no-holds-barred matches. Should fit right in here.
You want to talk about one of the most accomplished wrestlers of all time? This guy is a journeyman's journeyman. He's been all around the globe, has had success everywhere he's been, and a win here tonight would be huge for Jerry Lynn's career.
All right, we get a look at the competitors here in this one. Referee calls for the bell, and it's action underway. Clothesline by Chris Benoit. Drops the big elbow. Oh, look at this. Jerry Lynn just caught him.
And that's the whole thing about a triple threat match. You've got to be watching all sides at all times. You have no friends in there. If you think you're teaming up with somebody, you better watch your back. Because seconds after you do a double team, you might be on the receiving end.
There it was. Benoit did turn his back on Buff Bagwell. Bagwell turns him inside out. Well, the next break, your referee is out.
Oh, and Jerry Lynn just caught him.
Benoit's outside the ring on the floor.
Well, Mr. JL doing a hell of a job on Buff Bagwell, and now pulling back on that neck. Very similar effect to the crossface.
Benoit just cut the leg from behind.
And to your earlier point, that's exactly what we're talking about. You can't turn your back, but sometimes that's not even possible.
Went for the Enziguri Dominic Hall. Benoit. A DDT. Lead to the midsection, down he goes. Tremendous impact right there, Mr. JL rolling outside the ring. And now it is Benoit Bagwell.
Oh, Buff Bagwell just chokeslammed the crippler Chris Benoit. Now what's going on here? Outside the ring he goes. I thought he was going to go after Jerry Lynn, but he's got a sledgehammer.
And now Benoit's going to take that away. All three men trying to get their shots in. And now shoulder tackles in that corner. Benoit's got Jerry Lynn up on the top turnbuckle. Jerry Lynn with a back elbow. Hurricane Rana.
Tremendous move right there by Jerry Lynn. He caught him. But now look at this. Chris Benoit with a capture suplex throws Jerry Lynn across into the turnbuckle. Very smart move in my opinion.
And now look at this. Go behind by Benoit. And now it is Buff Bagwell going up to the top rope. Oh, and he caught him. They may have hit heads.
Well, look at Buff Bagwell. He's having a hard time getting up himself. Jerry Lynn had repositioned Benoit, and that was something that, oh, look at that. Back body drop all the way to the concrete floor.
Both men back in, but there's no count to beat in this one. There has to be a winner.
Pinfall or submission, the only way this one ends. No DQ, no count out.
Buff Bagwell playing it up to the crowd. Inverted neck breaker, shades of the Rude Awakening.
And now Buff Bagwell going up to that top turnbuckle, and I think I know what he's going to go for here.
There it is! He caught him with a blockbuster!
But Jerry Lynn is in position. Too little, too late, perhaps.
Goes for the cover on Jerry Lynn. There's no way Benoit makes that save. 1, 2, and Jerry Lynn manages to kick out.
Benoit still feeling the effects.
He caught him coming in. Big forearm to the back, and now look at this. Went for the German suplex. Bagwell comes out of that. Belly to back suplex.
Now Chris Benoit's out on the floor. Jerry Lynn has him a power bomb. Look at that. On top of the sledgehammer.
And somehow Bagwell manages to kick out. That had to be devastating.
Sit out power bomb on a sledgehammer. That's why this is where the big boys play.
Bagwell rolls out to the floor, and that might be the last we see of him tonight.
I cannot even imagine what that had to feel like. That spinning powerbomb has its own centrifugal force, its own impact to deal with, but then to come down on a weapon like that.
Superplex from the top rope, and one nails Jerry Lynn. Lynn hooks the leg. He's going to get 2, not even.
We'll give credit to him. Buff Bagwell back in this match somehow. exchanging blows with Jerry Lynn. Jerry Lynn's going to get the advantage, however.
Tremendous slam, and Jerry Lynn hooks the leg. It's one, it's two, and out the back door.
Jerry Lynn's going to try and take this one, but Benoit was right there. It might have helped him out a little bit if he would have looked to see where Benoit was at. He would have known there's no way you're going to make that pinfall happen.
Benoit, German suplex out of the corner, and Jerry Lynn goes across the ring.
Now Benoit goes to hook the leg. Buff Bagwell has just enough left to get out.
But does he have anything more than that? Because just enough is not going to be good enough anymore. We are at that point in the match where the wear and tear takes its toll, and one of these men is going to be in the right position at the right time. Bagwell and Jerry Lynn now exchanging blows. Jerry Lynn's got him up. Powerbomb, and he caught that sledgehammer again.
Buff Bagwell 2 times now has landed hard on that sledgehammer, and you got to wonder at what point in time you start to worry about your wrestling career and not the match.
Again on the sledgehammer! Jerry Lynn using that as a weapon without ever putting his hands on it.
Another 2 count, and you're right. Jerry Lynn's never picked up the sledgehammer, but he's used it more than anybody else has tonight.
Oh, here we go again!
No, not this time. Benoit finds a way out. And probably a good thing, because I think he was going to drop him on that sledgehammer one more time.
Lung blowing, duck buster right there. Oh, he's got him in a crossface.
Buff Bagwell is in trouble. Will he have enough to get out? Because Jerry Lynn's not going to be able to make the save.
Buff Bagwell did have enough to get out. Benoit not used to seeing that happen. Generally, when you put that crossface on, it's over. Gorilla press and slam.
Oh, he's going to stretch him out right there. Look at him grabbing up. He's tapping out. What happened there? He was tapping out.
Well, I'm not sure. The referee didn't have a good view of it. If he was tapping out or if he was just trying to protect his hamstring from blowing.
No. He tapped out clearly. This referee missed it.
Well, either way, the match continues. Bagwell with a neck breaker, and down he goes. Benoit's on his feet. Oh, and he caught Bagwell, and now look at this. Jerry Lynn in trouble.
Oh, he's got him. It's contorting him. It's an abdominal stretch, but he's got that leg as well. He is really putting some torque on the muscles of the core of the body, but Jerry Lynn able to survive.
German suplex, oh, hey, he hangs on. Once again. Can he hit 3? Yes.
3 German suplexes, that should be all she wrote.
From the apron, Benoit bringing Jerry Lynn back into the middle of the ring.
And Buff Bagwell right there, perfect timing.
1, 2. Bagwell out the back.
No, that was Benoit that got out the back, and it's because Bagwell didn't hook the leg.
Now Jerry Lynn hooks the leg, and let's see if that's going to make the difference. Yes!
Well, that's a huge victory right there.
has had nothing left to offer in this match. He's been on the receiving end of so much punishment.
Well, I've got to tell you right now, it wasn't the pretty finish that you'd like to have. But Jerry Lynn, to his credit, gets a huge victory in this one.
All right, fans, we've got titles coming up. Don't go away. All right, this is for the Cruiserweight title.
Well, the reason we're having this matchup right here tonight, no big secret, Perry Saturn just won a huge triple threat match a week ago to earn the right to face Rey Mysterio here for the Cruiserweight title.
Rey Mysterio had that title by beating Eddie Guerrero just a couple of weeks ago. Eddie Guerrero stole the title back. Literally, he didn't win it. He took the title from Rey Mysterio, was wearing it out to the ring. The powers that be had to confiscate it and have now since restored it back to its rightful owner. Eddie Guerrero, however, feels like he is still owed his title return match and it should have been here tonight.
Well, he had the opportunity. Now, I've got to agree with him. When you're the defending champion, you lose a match, you get a return match, and Eddie Guerrero is going to get a return match, just not tonight.
Oh, look at this. STF. Perry Saturn stretching out the champion.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Perry Saturn has a number of moves in his arsenal as well. But if he puts the rings of Saturn on you, it's all over.
We'll see if he's able to do that tonight. But look at Rey Mysterio springboarding halfway across the ring with pinpoint precision.
Rey Mysterio, even in the Cruiserweight division, is one of the smallest, if not the smallest athlete, yet he is able to win all these matches. He finds a way to get it done, ways just like this right here.
2 count, reversal by Perry Saturn, he's got the ankles hooked. Oh, he almost had a new champion.
Very, very close right there to a new champion.
To the turnbuckle, Rey Mysterio with Perry Saturn. Now what's he going to do with him? Throws him out to the floor. Rey Mysterio sliding drop kick.
Wow, what a tremendous move right there by Rey Mysterio Jr. sliding through, drop kicking Perry Saturn on the other side of the ring.
Mysterio, look how quickly he gets to the top rope. Bombs away.
Well, he always makes up for what he lacks in size with innovative style. And there's a good example as he goes for the cover and he hooks the leg.
Oh, again, almost over, so close. Nice move right there by Perry Saturn with that corkscrew neckbreaker. Mysterio now regaining the offensive momentum in this one. Can he keep it going? Nice move. Here's the shoulders down. Referee out of position. 3.
Wow, I've got to tell you, I'm a little bit surprised.
There is the maneuver that will win the match. But first we look back. There's that slide-through drop kick that was really nicely done. Drop kick to the back, hook the leg. That wasn't enough, but here. Drove the shoulders into the mat. Perry Saturn tried desperately to get out. He couldn't do it. Your winner and still Cruiserweight Champion, Rey Mysterio Jr.
The WCW's Cruiserweight Champion and Eddie Guerrero has to be watching on from the wings and waiting for his opportunity.
Well, his opportunity is going to come, and it's going to come at Halloween Havoc. This is one that we're looking forward to. The tag team titles will be on the line at Halloween Havoc. One of these two teams is going to be challenging challenging for those titles. The question is, which one will it be? Will it be the Steiner brothers? Or will it be Harlem Heat?
Well, I'll tell you right now, as we take a look at Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, and of course his brother, the dog-faced gremlin Rick Steiner, we know both of these dudes are very capable. They're a great tag team in their own right. And here we get a look at their opposition, the Harlem Heat.
Stevie Ray and Booker T, five-time World Tag Team Champions. They say they are the team to take down the NWO. That is presuming Sting and the Giant don't do it here tonight. But the winner of this match will go on to face the tag team champions, whoever they may be. All right, we are looking at two legendary tag teams in this one. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I'll tell you right now, both of these guys, both of these teams, I should say, are very, very accomplished. They've all been tag team champions multiple times, all areas of the world, across the ocean, over in Japan, as well as in the United States, and all points in between. You are truly looking at some of the best right here.
And speaking of best of the best, this is the WCW, where the big boys play. If you want to see more WCW action in the 2K18 season, then you have got to make your voice heard. Click that like button. Make sure you leave comments below in the video section. Deadlift German suplex. Unbelievable move by Steiner. And now Rick Steiner sending Booker T into the corner. Booker T not going to be in there for very long.
Well, that was a very smart move right there by Booker T. You don't want to be in that Steiner's corner. Tag made down to Stevie Ray, another smart move. I've always said it, and I'll say it again now. The team that makes the more frequent tags is more likely to win.
Absolutely, if you can keep that fresh man in the ring. And there's the stretch we saw on move earlier. Suplex by Rick Steiner. Tag is made now. Here comes Scotty Steiner into the ring. Big Papa Pump walks right into a reverse savant kick by Stevie Ray.
Well, between Booker T and Stevie Ray, both of these guys know exactly what to do. They've got their own offense, and they can pull it out at any point in time. They complement each other very, very well, and that is why they have been so successful up to this point, in my opinion.
Right now, it is Big Papa Pump getting the advantage. Oh, look at putting a boost to the face.
Some repeated kicks right there to the face of Booker T. But now Booker T gets the back body drop, and he'll make the tag. And back to my point earlier, right now Harlem Heat are making the more quick tags, and they're keeping the fresh man in the ring more. I believe down the road that's going to pay off in dividends for them.
Oh, look at this. Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, stretching him out.
Well, I don't think he thought he was going to get a submission out of Stevie Ray right there. What he's doing is he's softening him up. because we know what he wants to put him in, and that's the Steiner recliner.
Look at this, Steiner line. Just dropped Stevie Ray. The Steiner line, one of the most devastating clotheslines there is. It is so stiff. And again, into the corner. Let's see if the double team comes. No, once again, Stevie Ray able to get out this time. Oh, and he just bounced the head of Scott Steiner.
Scott Steiner's had just made some real heavy impact with the mat.
Power slam, and that could be it right here. There's the referee cover. 1, 2, and almost.
Well, I give full credit right there to Stevie Ray because he went the 9 yards and he went and made sure he hooked the leg.
Stevie Ray, what's he gonna do? Butterfly. Oh, and he plants him face first into the mat.
Hooks the leg, and that might be all she wrote.
Rick Steiner able to make the save.
Good thing for him he did, because if he didn't, it would have been all over.
Goes for the scoop. Oh, turned against him. Stevie Ray adjusting his body weight, came down across the chest. A big Papa Pump.
Well, suddenly Big Papa Pump is a Big Papa Lump. He's in trouble. Dead weight in the ring right now, and we're not used to seeing him like this.
Big first planted into the canvas. Harlem Heat looking like they are going to dominate this match.
So far, that really is about what's happened here. The Steiners have had a moment or two here, but the vast majority of the offense has all been Harlem Heat.
Belly to belly suplex, and that can change the tide very quickly.
Tremendous, tremendous move right there, and that belly to belly really drove the wind out of the sails.
Deep arm drag that time by Booker T. He's got him up on his back, and look at this. Booker T fights his way off.
Wow, he really planted him with that one. Tremendous spine buster right there. Big Papa Pump's in real trouble. He needs desperately to make the tag.
But instead, he's in the wrong corner, and it's going to be a double team. Here come the Harlem Heat. Double back elbow.
Double back elbow, and down again is Scott Steiner. Now they're going to work on the leg of Steiner, and I'll tell you right now, I don't like his odds.